Las Vegas, Nevada, where everything seems to move a little bit faster.
Like a lot faster. Like 200 miles an hour faster. It's more than a race. It's full throttle insanity.
The drivers aren't the only ones on the joyride.
Family, friends, and unforgettable moments. I'm talking full throttle mayhem. I'm talking NASCAR in Vegas. What could go wrong?
Well, we're back at you, man, on a Wednesday, just a couple of days away, and that's right. The madness is coming to town. I call it the big show, the big circus, and it is ready to go. It's going to be a triple header weekend for you, and man, we've got it packed and locked and loaded, ready to go for you. We're here Wednesday, and then we'll be back at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway on Friday for 3 hours of live broadcasting for the trucks, on Saturday for the Xfinity race, and then on Sunday for the big finale, the Penzel 400 presented by Jiffy Lube for the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Standing beside me, and actually not beside me today, he's actually via transportation, get ready to go to his big show. Vice President of Communications for the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Mr. Jeff Motley, is standing by with us. Good afternoon, Jeff, and welcome back to the program.
Absolutely. It's always great to be with you guys.
Jeff, kicking it off, man. Let's get it going. This is going to be Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be the first Cup race of the season. Non-restricted engines for 2024. It's going to show us what they got, right?
Well, absolutely. I think a lot of those guys will probably be happy to get out of Atlanta. Two weeks in a row running on these big packs, and look, there's a lot of races throughout the season that are run on tracks that are very similar to Las Vegas, and I think we really we may not necessarily know who's really good and who's got a lot of work to do until Las Vegas is over, next weekend. So it's gonna be a lot of eyes on Las Vegas next week.
Weekend's going to kick off with the annual hauler parade. It's going to be back on the strip. It's good to have that thing back Thursday night. Jeff, all the teams, all the trucks will be lined up, ready to go, correct?
Yeah, it's a great event. We stage them all down at the South Point Hotel in the Silverado lot right across from the hotel there. We roll out of the hotel around 5 p.m. next Thursday night, stage everybody along Las Vegas Boulevard in the northbound lanes, right at the intersection of Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard. And at 6 o'clock sharp, we'll start rolling north all the way up the strip to Sahara. Then we'll turn over, get on I-15 and head to the Speedway. The trucks will park in the infield at 7 o'clock. But it's just a great opportunity for the fans to hang out there, see the transporters as they go by. Great photos. The drivers are honking their horns. It's a big deal. They do a lot of these hauler parades all around the country, but there's only one that they do on the Las Vegas Strip, and that's pretty exciting.
Takes it right up to America's Racing Showplace. The Las Vegas Motor Speedway tickets are still available for you. Log on to lvms.com. Need more information about camping, sites, information, tours, everything. And, of course, one thing here, too, I want to get to this. Our track is one thing, Jeff, that I don't think anybody else has, and that's that neon garage, that diamond-shaped thing where fans can get down. They can get up close and personal with the drivers and everything else. And, of course, entertainment and everything down in the neon.
Well, what I like to tell people is it's the only place you'll go where the drivers are on the outside and the fans are on the inside. That's exactly what it is. So it's a great environment there. We're going to have a number of driver appearances throughout the weekend down there. Sunday morning especially, we'll have a lot of driver Q&As. I know we've got Kyle Busch, Noah Gragson, Ty Gibbs, Austin Cindric. Little surprise, John Force is going to be at our race, the NHRA 16-time world champion funny car driver. He's going to spend a little time with us in the Neon Garage on Sunday as well. But we'll have live music there each day at the end of the race. We'll do the Victory Lane ceremonies down there in the Neon Garage. And on Saturday, for all of our folks that are coming out here staying in an RV, we'll have a little camper appreciation party on Saturday evening after the Xfinity Series race.
Great time. It's going to be there. And, man, a great concert lining up for a pre-race show on Sunday.
Yeah, Maddie and Tay, they're one of the hottest duos in all of country music right now. I think they were up for several awards at the ACMs and the CMAs and all the other lettered country music awards. I can't keep up with all of them. I think they might have been up for a Grammy this year. So they're like best friends who formed a singing duo. They got a number of songs that are climbing up the charts right now. So pretty excited to have them out. We had Uncle Cracker here last year. We had Sugar Ray here last year. And to get Maddie and Tay, a really, really up and coming group that's making a strong showing in Nashville is pretty cool.
Certainly is. And, construction and always improvements going on, Jeff, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Newly paved infield camping areas for everybody. Everything all smoothed out. So looking good out at the Speedway.
No, absolutely. That's something that, we try after every event. We try to take feedback we can from all of our race fans, the locals, the out of towners, the ones who come in campers, the ones who come to the Neon Garage. And so we want to see what we can do to make things better. And being able to put some new asphalt down there for our campers in the infield, that was one of the big initiatives that we had going into this year. So I think anyone who does come out, and keep in mind, you can live here in Las Vegas, you could still come and bring your RV out here and spend the weekend. You can enjoy yourself and party after the race is over. You don't have to worry about driving, and you can grill your own food, whatever you want to do. So it's a great atmosphere, and a lot of people have been coming for years and years and years and have made lifelong friends just hanging out in the campgrounds at the racetrack.
A couple of years ago, we did that, and we got a motorhome and went down there and just hung out and, did our media work over it, that we had our responsibilities and things that we had to do. And then after that, we just trucked across the parking lot, and there's showers and things provided. So, man, I mean, it's really cool, sort of camping in the rough with a little bit of luxury on the side. So it is really a really good time out there. Jeff, real quickly, man, anything else we want to know about? I mean, qualifying is going to get – there's one thing. The trucks are going to be there Friday night, man, and that's my favorite. I mean, I love the Cup Series and the Xfinity, but them trucks beating and banging up underneath the lights at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, definitely something to see.
Yeah, the trucks have always put on some of the best races that we've had here in Las Vegas. It's kind of too bad we don't get to have them twice a year anymore. But having them here in the spring for the Friday night event, Victoria's Voice 200, that a lot of the great thing about the Truck Series is you get these young drivers competing against veteran drivers, and it makes for a really good match. You got the young guys like Lane Riggs that'll be out there, but then we got Kyle Busch is going to run. He sold his truck team, but he sold it to Spire Motorsports. So he worked out an agreement to run 5 truck races with Spire, and he's going to start this weekend in Atlanta, and then he's going to be out here racing in Vegas so he can try to get another trophy in his hometown.
Is Kyle running the triple this weekend coming up?
I do not believe he has any Xfinity Series races on his schedule right now for the year. So he will not be running the triple header. In fact, I'm not anticipating any drivers that'll be running all 3 races next weekend.
Oh, okay. There you go. You got it. They're looking good. Well, Jeff, let's move on because, man, I got to definitely tip my hat and helmet to you, man. You've had a great, successful show rolling with former NASCAR driver Brendan Gaughan, man, and, of course, the Gaughan family with the South Point Hotel, and, of course, his grandfather with the legendary El Cortez. Man, you guys are really stepping it up. Let's talk about Gaughan racing a little bit.
Yeah, no, we have a lot of fun with it. Brendan and we have to kind of go back. Brendan and I have been doing media tours together for 25 years. Back when he was racing, and he would be coming out here for a truck race or whatever, I'd go pick him up in the car. We just drive around town, hitting radio stations and TV stations, and maybe stopping for breakfast or stopping for lunch. And Brendan and I basically had great conversations in the car. And so 7 years ago, when they decided that we're going to get a second NASCAR Cup Series race and South Point was going to sponsor it, we thought, well, let's just do a show to promote the South Point 400, and you and I can just sit in here and talk the way we always do, and we'll just do it on the radio. And it's kind of grown into 7 years of doing the show now, doing it every week. It's a big NASCAR betting show. We try to give you the odds on the NASCAR races, not just odds to win, but top threes, head-to-heads, group matchups, things like that. The folks at SiriusXM obviously like something about the show, so we're now simulcast out on SiriusXM on Fridays from 5 to 6 Pacific time on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio. Plus, we're in the South Point studio. We moved away from DraftKings this year, so we're on the South Point's new channel back there in the studio that Michael Gaughan built, which he actually built for the VSiN network about 9 or 10 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that happening. I remember that. I was out there, sat there right after they opened that up. A beautiful, beautiful facility you guys got out there, Jeff. That thing is just absolutely, fantastic. And I'm so happy for you. I want to work this out. I want us to get us all together one time if we can down the road after we clear out here. And I'd like to get you and Brendan and I'd like to go over and do our own little version of this, but make it really special. I'd like to do it up in the Jackie Gaughan Suites. I think it would be really cool to all 3 of us to go back and sit up in that legendary suite and just talk a little racing and old school Las Vegas in that time. I think it'd be something really cool that we could put together.
I'm sure that's something we can all get around and talk about.
There we go. Jeff Motley, the Vice President of Communications at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This gentleman controls about 500 media people, man, from photographers to people like us and the national media and everything else. And then he's got all this entertainment and everything. And this guy keeps the clock rolling out there. Jeff, a great staff. America's Racing Show place, man. We're looking forward to coming back here. Actually, we just looked at the passes today, Jeff. Actually, 13 passes from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We've been hanging with you.
Well, that's quite a few. I got a few more on you than that, but it's exciting. You guys have been to almost half of them at this point. Then we're pretty close.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're feeling better. We're working at it, and we're just so glad that we're coming back this year. And I think this is going to be. I think the weather's going to be good, and I think we're going to see some great racing at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jeff, I know you're on the way to take care of your show. Say hey to Brendan for you, and I'll see you out at the track on Friday, my friend.
Sounds great.
Thank you very much. Jeff Motley, the Vice President of Media Relations from the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And, of course, we'll be out there for you. We've got more coming up of On Pit Road Racing. We certainly do, because we've got interviews with Corey LaJoy, Spencer Boyd, Bubba Wallace, and Riley Herbst, all coming up in this program, a special 1-hour show of On Pit Road Racing. Las Vegas Racing at LVMS, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, America's Racing Showplace.